Festival of the Lost is here, and it's brought with it two new weapons in the form of the Kinetic SMG Gunburn and the Strand Bow Hushed Whisper. Thought it'd be fun to put together a build video for both, so today, let's talk about Gunburn. It's been a great season for Kinetic, with TechSec being arguably the best armor set in the game, and Everburning Glitz and Mercury A being two of my personal favorite additions. Gunburn will absolutely be joining those ranks for me, as with Everburning Glitz, it rolls with the incredible perk combo of Bewildering Burst and Ancillary Ordinance. Not only is this combo extremely fun to use, but they synergize perfectly together for what I think are some of the most interesting builds in the game. Since Ancillary Ordinance can launch rockets immediately when you kill a debuff target, it opens up a huge array of options to work around, with anything from freeze to blind or scorch and suspend. The rockets also count as kinetic damage themselves, meaning they can synergize with TechSec to break shields and disorient, but most importantly, the rockets work to activate the debuffs from Chromatic Fire. Chromatic's had some pretty big changes this season, starting in Ash and Iron when its exotic perk was updated to no longer apply the debuffs that it was always known for. It instead gained more consistent explosions, since it could now be activated from non-precision final blows, which did include perks like Kinetic Tremors and Ancillary Ordinance. While the updated perk was great for consistency's sake, it was pretty disappointing to lose out on the debuffs, but fortunately, Bungie's reintroduced them to the updated perk, giving us the best of both worlds to apply those debuffs and synergize with the non-precision damage options. With the option to cause the debuffs with Gunburn itself, as well as any kills from Ancillary Ordinance, this build can create a near infinite cycle of debuffs, guaranteeing a rocket on just about every single kill. You could probably make this work with any subclass you'd like, but I think Strand is the best option right now because of the artifact mod Tangled Web. Tangled Web causes a suspending burst whenever you make a tangle by defeating a Strand debuffed target, which includes the Sever applied by Chromatic. As you can see here, if I kill an enemy and sever the next, when I defeat that target, they cause a suspending burst, which also makes a tangle. Any of those severed or suspended targets that I kill with Gunburn spawns a rocket, and if those rockets net a kill themselves, they'll also cause another severing burst, which can reset the cycle. By adding in the Wanderer aspect, you can use any of those tangles you create to cause even more suspensions and launch even more rockets. Taking it a step further, with the Shackle Grenade and Mindspun Invocation, every single piece of your kit can debuff, including your melees, and even without Mindspun, they unravel, which is not only another debuff in the mix, but it can create a tangle and activate Tangled Web. Both my other weapons also apply debuffs, since I went with Buried Bloodline to use Devour and to weaken on hit when it's active, as well as Submersion with Chill Clip to slow. This build's a triple champ stunner, applies 6 different debuffs with Sever, Suspend, Weaken, Slow, Unravel, and Disorient, and it has top tier survivability through Devour and Woven Mail. I think it's crazy fun, really powerful, and all around a must try. To cover the rest of the bases quickly before I talk about the game plan, for my fragments, I think the two big ones are Thread of Wisdom and Thread of Warding to make orbs when you defeat suspended targets, and to use those orbs to get Woven Mail. After that, I went with Thread of Continuity to increase the length of my debuffs, and Thread of Generation to net as many Shackle Grenades and Mindspun activations as possible. As I mentioned, I went with TechSec for my armor set to add Disorient into the mix, and focused on getting my grenade stat to 100 first, and cranked my weapon stat as high as possible afterwards. For the artifact mod, Tangled Web is a must-have to chain together your debuffs, and Shield Crush is great to get you some extra grenade regen. That fresh bullet smell will net Gunburn some extra damage when you pick up an ammo brick, and Light Forged Lead will help you generate them. Reciprocal Draw and Energy Accelerant are also great choices, so you can juice up Buried Bloodline a bit. For the game plan, you'll want to start off the fight by activating Devour with Buried Bloodline, either getting 4 rapid kills on red bars or killing a yellow bar, and then swap over to Gunburn to get the party started. Once you've killed the first enemy with Gunburn and sever the ones around them, defeating a debuff target will create a tangle, causing a suspending burst and launching a rocket. Focus on killing the suspended targets, which will also spawn a rocket with each one you take down, and if you need to keep them in the air for longer, or need to cause another suspension, you can shoot the tangle beneath them. With every kill, you'll sever nearby targets and spawn a rocket, which can also spread that sever further if the rockets defeat a target. Each time you reload after any of those kills, you'll activate Bewildering Burst, disorienting enemies on the next hit, and TechSec will also disorient anytime you break a shield or kill a yellow bar, including with Ancillary Ordinance. Gather your orbs as you make them to maintain your Woven Mail, and do your best to preserve your Buried Bloodline ammo in case you need to weaken a larger target or reactivate Devour. Then all you've got to focus on is dealing with champions as they come, slaying out as hard as you can, and watching the fireworks. As I mentioned, I think these builds are really fun, and while you could always replace Gunburn with Ever-Burning Glitz for any medium range situation, I think Gunburn is the perfect close range option. I also think it overall feels great to use. This is my personal favorite SMG model, and the sights on it are super clean, making it easy to track targets with. Although Gunburn is, in my opinion, a fantastic weapon, the star of the show is really the combination of Ancillary Ordinance and Chromatic Fire, as it can essentially double your debuff output, chaining together those severing bursts and suspensions. If you haven't given the combo a chance yet, I highly recommend it, and it's available on 3 weapons now, with Gunburn from Festival of the Lost, Ever-Burning Glitz from Trials, and Force Memorializer, which is a scout rifle from Pinnacle Ops. You can't go wrong when you have a set of perks this fun and this effective, but Chromatic's newest iteration pushes it even further, making this build an instant favorite for me. If you give it a shot, I hope you enjoy Chromatic, and I hope you enjoy Gunburn. I also want to mention quickly that as of tonight, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch every Wednesday to Sunday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be at twitch.tv/callmekimbo_, which I'll also link in the description and on my channel page. It's going to be a place for me to do more variety content and to do things a little bit looser than these videos, so come say hello sometime. I'd love to have you by. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's a dim link down below if you want to give this exact build a try, or if you want to use it as a base for your own spin on it. Subscribe to the channel to keep an eye out for more videos soon, and let me know in the comments what you think of Gunburn and Chromatic Fire.